Welcome. I'm Bobby Ditto, and here's the video. So, this is kind of like an impromptu thing. I feel like that happens a lot. So today we are going to be doing something that I've been pondering for a while, because there's this strange brush on Metabang that I have that's called the lightning brush. And, this is gonna be me trying to draw a straight line. You can see my cursor, hopefully. And as you see, it's not following the cursor. It's not following what I'm doing. So I thought it might be fun to try and draw with just this brush. So we're gonna see how that goes. This is just gonna be a chill, like, sketch with me kind of video. And yeah, let's just get right into it. First things first, I'm actually just gonna cover this with like a little bit of a darker color, just a little bit, so that it's not hurting our eyes as much with that drastic white. Okay, so let's grab a nice little sketch color, and I think I'm gonna try to draw Kara, because she's my lightning girl. I mean, obviously this is like wiggly and weird, but okay, no, that was pretty bad. I don't know how well this is gonna turn out. This is gonna really change the style, I believe, because, I mean, like, what the heck? I don't even know, like, if it's possible to, like, make something that looks coherent and good with just this brush, because this brush is ridiculous, but yeah, but I definitely would recommend trying it, because I feel like it's kind of fun just to like try and play with weird brushes and see what you can make with it. I think that this is just a default Metabang brush. I could be wrong, but I think that it's just a default brush, or one that you can get on their cloud. Although sometimes they change like which ones are available and free, which sucks. I feel like they should stay kind of consistent with that, but well, that looks a little strange. Okay, that's not horrible, I don't think. Let's try to block out where the eyes are gonna go. Okay, that's really uneven, actually. This is just kind of weird more than anything. I mean, like, look at this. Like, what am I looking at right now? Okay, we're gonna go with another layer, darken the color. Okay. The thing is that you really can't make this listen to you. I don't know, it's just kind of difficult to work with, because like you want one stroke and then it like goes somewhere completely different and you're like, that's not what I wanted. It's kind of easier to go like in little strokes so that it has less of a chance to do something ridiculous. But I mean, at the same time, I'm gonna try to work with the ridiculousness, because that's kind of part of the challenge, part of the fun. See, and even erasing, like, ugh. That's annoying. Jeez, okay. I need to stop, because this is just getting worse. Okay, we're just gonna move on from that eye. Well, this is looking very, very strange, and I will be trying to color with this as well, don't worry. I have a feeling it's not going to go very well. I think I'm gonna make Kara like a little bit sad in this sketch. Oh my gosh. This is hard. This is harder than another challenge that I did, like, I did a challenge just while I was hanging out with my friends where I just used the lasso tool, and I might do that in a video as well because it was actually really fun, but like that was less difficult than this. It's just kind of like the absolute zero control over what the brush is gonna do. That's like really, like, it's not predictable, which is very annoying. Alright, let's maybe try to do the other eye. I really don't want to. Got scared. What was that? Okay. It's gonna make this really, really difficult to make these look even. The undo button is getting a workout today. That's okay. This is kind of having like a watercolor look to it, almost. Okay, well, that looks a little ugly, but alright. Sure. It's just whatever. Erase like a ton of it. I don't care. Not the face though, please. Let's actually erase where I'm trying to erase. Please. This is the closest I will ever get to that like goose virus that like messes with your files and stuff. This is the kind of frustration and tedious thing that I imagine that feels like. Okay, this is fine. It still kind of looks like a watercolor, which I think is a good thing. If it looks like anything, then that's good. You know what's interesting about this brush? It's called the lightning brush, but I don't think I've ever actually used it in like a piece for lightning. I think I've just used it in sketches, and even then, like, I don't think I really have, because it's just so weird. And I actually really enjoy drawing lightning and like rendering it. It's like one of my favorite parts about like drawing Kara with like lightning around her is that it's very fun to like make it glow and have that effect. Alright, that's actually not horrible. Alright, so let's try to get some color. Whoa. Wow, that's not what I was expecting. Okay, you know what? Why don't we just try to go with it and like see... Oh, this is too saturated a little bit. Let's just see how awfully this goes. Because I'm kind of thinking like this messy look might actually be cool. It just needs to be a little bit more controlled and like, you know, a little bit more intentional and on purpose. Okay, actually, you know what I'm gonna do? Okay, that wasn't working, so I'm gonna make a new layer and just kind of stack things. See, and like, to me, like, I don't know, this doesn't really seem like a lightning brush to me. It just seems like an uncontrollable, like, squiggle. Like, I guess it kind of, like, yeah, it looks like lightning, sort of. I don't find it very useful. And I think it's kind of a funny brush. See, because, like, what if we just added, like, a random kind of array of colors around? And we could kind of, like, mix them all up later. Okay, we need another layer for the hoodie. Getting the strings white is going to be, like, pretty much impossible. Same with the whites of her eyes. That's... I don't know. I don't see that going well. But we can try. Okay, now that was a little bit too crazy. That was a little bit too crazy, a little bit too much. Let's tone it down some. Let's try to be a little bit accurate. Okay, nope, you don't want to be accurate? Okay. This feels like drawing while somebody is sitting across the table and they occasionally, like, move my hand and, like, mess with my pencil. Like, that's what this feels like. Okay, we're gonna try to add the whites of the eyes and the, hoodie strings. Let me turn down the opacity so I can see what I'm doing on this layer. See, and that's quite messy. See it before we clean it up. Yeah. Some of the messiness is cool, but I'm gonna tone it down. So now we get to try to hit the whites of the eyes. Or I guess just the one, because again, just a little bit too messy, a little bit too eager there. See, and like, this is the kind of thing that, like, this is the messiness that, like, I could get behind if it was, like, gonna go crazy places, except it's not going crazy places now. Because why would it when I want it to? Here, I'm gonna add some of this blue around. And some of this darker blue. I could add some of this, I think. That might be fine. I don't know that the darker color would be alright. Maybe it would. Like, down here. I'll just add a little bit up here. I'm going to go back down here, add some of this, get a color for her lips, just add a little bit of color, and maybe a little bit of blush, just to add something. I need to add her pink/red stripe. I feel like we need some of the purple down here. Then we can also have some of the red down here. Alright, well, this turned out very strange, didn't it? How about we try to do some highlights? How long have I been recording? About 18 minutes, okay. Yeah, I just kind of wanted to make a short video for you guys today. I don't have a lot of time to record now, so I'm trying to record when I can, but life is getting in the way. I'm gonna add a little shiny if we can without it looking too weird. How's that? This looks very strange. Okay, I have one more thing that I would like to try with this brush, and that is to sign my name. And also, I forgot to add the little earring. There we go. Okay, now I'm gonna grab this and try. I'm gonna try. Okay, well, hold on. Alright. That looks like an E. Please. Alright, can you guys tell that that's my signature? Wow, that's crazy. Ooh, it's not that bad, but that's kind of bad, actually. Maybe I'll try again. Maybe I won't get rid of that layer, just in case. Alright, got the B. We need the O. There we go. This is awful. Oh my gosh, please. Okay, that's probably the best we're gonna get. Alright, we got Bobby. Now we need Ditto. Alright, second try. That looks a lot better. Okay, so we will keep this one. And yeah, I think we'll just kind of go with that. I think maybe I'll add some color to the background just to add something to it. Add some visual interest, I guess. Sure, this is fine. This looks kind of insane, but I kind of like it. Like, it kind of looks cool. I don't know. Oh, I also didn't color all of her hair. Hold on, let me fix that. If any of you guys noticed that, that's my bad. Hold on, let me just get in that little... Get behind her ear right there. There we go. That's fine. Let's add like a little bit, just kind of like little electricity things. Okay, I kind of got lost in the sauce for a second, forgot where I was. Alright, so we're just gonna call it here. Thank you so much for hanging out with me and watching. Let me know what you thought of this, and if you have Metabang, I definitely recommend you try to find this brush if it's still free and available, because it really sucks that sometimes Metabang changes that, but if you can get your hands on it, it's kind of fun to like play around with stuff like that. But there's also plenty of other brushes that are like very strange and weird to work with. Like I have one, I'm not sure where it is at the moment. This one. This is a weird brush that I could make a video on sometime if you guys wanted, but it's bright, huh? And this one is very hard to work with because like the rainbow just restarts the moment that you like color. So you end up with some very weird results. But yeah, it's it's weird. It's a weird one. I have a lot of weird brushes. Yeah, and otherwise, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!